You're listening to this podcast, so I know you've got a curious mind. Here's a helpful fact you may not know yet. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $900 on average. Pop over to Progressive.com, answer some questions, and you'll get a quick quote with discounts that are easy to come by. In fact, 99% of their auto customers earn at least one discount. Visit Progressive.com and see if you can enjoy a little cash back. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $946 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2024 and May 2025. Potential savings will vary.
Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Halloween podcast. I am your host, Lyle Perez.
And I'm your co-host, Megan Cunningham. Good evening, Lyle.
How you doing, Megan?
I'm not bad at all. My goodness, I don't think we've ever recorded this late before, but you've had a productive day at the St. Louis Horror Con.
I did. I was at St. Louis Horror Con this past week, and well, actually right now, really. But when these folks listen to this episode, it's going to be days later. But yeah, if you're a new listener here, welcome from the St. Louis Horror Con. I had a lot of fun, met a lot of people, got a lot of people subscribed. So hopefully they stick around and they're listening to us right now. So hey guys, how's it going? Good seeing you this past weekend.
Everyone. Welcome,
yes.
And thank you so much for coming along on this journey with us, this crazy journey.
We really appreciate it.
It is a bit of an experiment.
Yes. So for those people that have listened to the Halloween podcast for many years, you kind of would remember that a while ago I was doing episodes called Lyle's Mystery Theater, where I would play old time radio shows, and I talk about them and give you my thoughts. And people really enjoyed them. I didn't think people would really enjoy that type of a format, but sure enough, I got messages all the time saying, hey, when are you going to do more of those old-time radio shows? I'm like, I don't know. So
there aren't very few opportunities, unless people deliberately go seeking them out. There aren't very many opportunities where it's just handed to you to be able to enjoy a lot of those old radio shows. And they're fantastic. There's such an amazing catalog, a huge catalog of them too.
Yeah.
And once upon a time, this was your only entertainment, in terms of things that came to you from the outside into your home, before television and everything else. This was what you did. You huddled up around the radio like the Waltons.
Yeah, that was the thing to do. Everyone huddled around the radio and listened to these things. And the cool thing about it is that there was something for everybody. They have a whole slew of horror-based old-time radio shows. They have like mystery ones. They have comedies. They had sitcoms. They had whatever you could imagine. And the ones, of course, that I always gravitate to are the scary ones, the spooky ones,
of course,
the suspense. My favorite one, of course, the Hall of Fantasy, which is we're going to take a listen to one of those episodes now. But the Hall of Fantasy was probably my favorite out of all of them.
Excellent.
So
I'm looking forward to it because I'm not familiar with it. So this is all as new for me, folks, as it is for you. So
it is.
Hopefully it's as good as Lyle says. If not, we'll blame Lyle.
Well, this show the episode that we're going to listen to, I think I might have heard it, but I don't recall if I did or not. Probably when the story starts playing, I'll remember. But we're going to listen to the Hall of Fantasy. Is the radio show that we're gonna, or the radio, the show that we're gonna listen to, and the Hall of Fantasy was an old-time radio horror anthology created by writer and producer Richard Thorne. The series began in the late 1940s and later gained a national audience during its run on the Mutual Broadcasting System from 1952 to 1953. And the episode that we're going to listen to is entitled The Sea Phantom. This one originally aired on August 24th, 4 days after my birthday, 1953, but not that year. This follows two men staying along. I was not born in 1953, guys. I was born in the 80s.
This looks really good for his age.
Yes. I don't think 53, that means they would be, 89 right now? Something like that, maybe? 79? Somewhere around
I don't think it's quite that. 70-something, I think. I don't know. My math is bad. This is why I studied history, folks. Laying it out for you, especially the new listeners. Math, don't ask me to do it. Just don't. Boy. It's not wise.
Yes. But that's the episode we're going to listen to. And we're going to play it. Everyone, we're all going to listen to it. And we'll give you our thoughts as things play. And then, of course, when we reach the end, we'll come back and we'll let you know what we thought. So, Megan, you ready?
I am. I'm so excited. Who doesn't like to be told a scary story, especially on a Saturday night? We're recording this on Saturday, folks, by the way.
Yes. All right, guys. Here we go.
And now, the Hall of Fantasy. Welcome to the Hall of Fantasy. Welcome to the series of radio dramas dedicated to the supernatural, the unusual, and the unknown. Come with me, my friends. We shall descend to the world of the unknown and forbidden, down to the depths where the veil of time is lifted, and the supernatural reigns as king. Come with me and listen to the tale of the Sea Phantom.
On this coast. The ship was heading for safer waters when through the storm they heard a woman calling for help. The captain ordered his men to rescue her. The ship heeled around and started towards her.
As they were getting close to her, suddenly the ship hit a submerged rock that tore open her hull. No one had a chance. For in a matter of minutes, the ship and all hands were lost.
In just a moment, the Hall of Fantasy will present The Sea Phantom. And now for our story. An original tale of fantasy by Richard Thorne entitled The Sea Phantom.
All right, I gotta know already. What do you think so far?
I love it. First off, I just want to say that is the thing that really gives me all the feels, is that great transatlantic or mid-Atlantic accent that they used to use on all the old radio shows and old films and things like that. I can't explain exactly why. I'm sure it's something to do with hearing a lot of things like that in my childhood, but it just makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. It's like, okay, I'm listening to something of quality here, which is the whole point of why they did it. Like, nobody actually spoke like that. That was an accent that was put on by actors and actresses. Like, they worked really hard to develop it for things like radio and television and all that, so they could be easily understood by people with a variety of accents. But yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm super excited. I also love the built-in suspense where they're like, we're gonna do this, big pause. Da, da, da.
I like how I like how they give you a teaser at the beginning of these. They give you a nice little teaser, and then they go into this, like, they go, all right, let's go into the story now. Like,
which is exactly what old cartoons and stuff used to do.
Oh yeah.
Like, if you look at old films and old cartoons, they would always have like a teeny little bit at the beginning, and then there'd be the opening credits, and then the actual film. Yeah. But yeah, it's fantastic. I love it. This is obviously where they get that format from.
Yes. All right, let's get back to it.
The house stands on one of two points of land that stretch out into the ocean, forming a small bay of the water and the shore between them. The tides rise and fall. The waves roll in inexorably. Sometimes the wind shrieks and howls in anger. On a calm day when the ocean is at peace with man and the soft sea breezes blowing off the water, there's no more beautiful spot in all the world. But when the sea is angry and the winds whip it into a raging fury and the sky is filled with black swirling clouds, then you would believe that you were in another world. And you would also believe the stories they tell. Don Fleming was an artist, and I, a writer. And through the years, we'd become good friends. Oftentimes, we would take trips together around the country, to Europe or South America. He to paint, I to write. And when we had finished with the day's work, well, we managed to have some pretty good times together. How we came to rent that house in Maine on the rocky coast of the Atlantic, I still don't know. But we did, and it was there the story I tell you begins.
Awful nice of you to come out here with us, Mr. Lohman.
Well, I was coming out anyway. Got to see old Mrs. Green about some business, so I figured I might as well drive out with you fellas. Make sure you get settled nice and comfortable like.
Well, we appreciate it, Mr. Lohman.
Oh, it ain't nothing at all. You're that writer fella, huh? That Larry Reardon?
Oh, that's right.
Read one of your stories in the magazine just the other day. Pretty good.
Oh, thanks.
And what about you, young fella? What do you do?
I'm an artist.
Painter, eh?
Yes, he is. And a very good one.
Only thing I know about painting concerns houses and barns and boats. That's the only painting I ever done.
You're probably a lot better off.
I expect so. Well, here's the house. Better pull up. It's a beautiful house. Always come out here when I rent it to folks. Yeah. Here's the key.
Thanks.
And I want to thank you for driving me out here. I'll go on down to Mrs. Green's now. Drop in now and then, see how you're getting along.
Thanks, Mr. Lohman.
And in case you see anything down in that bay, don't you worry none. It won't hurt you, as long as you leave it alone.
Both Don and I thought he was joking when he said that. He disappeared down the road, and we moved everything into the house. Ah, it was a beautiful old place, spacious and bright, standing like a lonely sentinel on the point overlooking the ocean. And in the days that followed, we were too busy to think about his words. Both Don and I seemed to be, well, inspired, if you'll allow me to use that. And his painting was almost half finished, while my story was well along the way. Not until a week after we arrived did we realize what was happening. It was late in the evening. We stood outside the house, looking down at the ocean.
Larry?
What?
Something's happening.
No? How do you mean?
To my painting. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not painting it. It seems like someone or something is moving my hand. I make no conscious effort when I stand before that easel. Brush seems to be alive.
That's what's been happening to me with my story. You know, usually I have to think and plot ahead for hours before I can write a word. But it's been different with this story. Don, it's writing itself.
What's it about?
Oh, about a phantom ship that sails forever.
You haven't seen my canvas, have you?
Well, why?
Because that's what I'm painting. The phantom ship.
Strange coincidence, isn't it?
Yes. Listen.
I heard it.
There's a woman's voice crying for help.
It came from somewhere down in that bay.
There's nothing down there, Larry.
I know.
Hello? Anybody home?
Who's that? Over there. It's Mr. Lohman.
Oh.
Oh, and look, there's a woman with him.
I thought I'd drop in and say hello. How are you getting along?
Fine, Mr. Lohman.
This here is Mrs. Green. These are those two I was telling you about, Maud. Mr. Reardon and Mr. Fleming.
I'm pleased to meet you.
How do you do?
How are you getting along?
Oh, pretty well. Say, by the way, when you were coming up here, did you hear anyone calling from down in that bay?
No, not a thing.
It was a woman's voice. You didn't call, did you, Mrs. Green?
No.
Now, then we probably were mistaken.
No, you weren't. You heard something, all right.
You know who it was?
Yep. It was the girl.
What girl?
The girl on the ship.
But there's no ship down there.
Yes, but there will be.
What do you mean, Loman?
You tell him, Maud.
All right, Simon. Well, it was almost 100 years ago, Mr. Fleming. There was a terrible storm on this coast. The ship, the Sea Mist, was forced into this bay. They were heading for shore when through the storm they heard a woman calling for help. The captain ordered his men to rescue her. They heeled around and started toward her. Then the ship hit a submerged rock that tore a gaping hole in her hull. Well, the Sea Mist went down in a matter of minutes, and all hands were lost.
But how could anyone...
It's true, believe me. Folks saw it on the shore. Saw the girl appear and the ship go down. No one knew where she came from.
But who was she?
Well, people said she was the captain's dead wife, the woman he murdered 20 years before, and that she'd vowed vengeance on all men. That's why I told you if you saw anything down that bay to pay no attention to it.
Oh, we haven't seen anything. We only heard her voice.
And you'll see the ship. Don't you worry about that.
The waves seem to be rolling in much stronger than they were before.
There it is again.
Yep. That's her, all right.
I can't see any... Wait a minute. Down there, Larry, see?
A sailing ship under full canvas.
The girl. She must be in trouble.
Why don't we go down there?
Right, there's a rowboat down there.
I wouldn't if I were you.
I'm going to see what's down there.
I'm telling you, don't go.
Come on, Don.
Right. Don't go, I tell you.
Back now to our story. An original tale of fantasy by Richard Thorne entitled The Sea Phantom.
Don and I went down the trail as fast as we could, even though it was steep and treacherous. As we neared the water, the spray from the breaking waves filled the air, and falling down on the rocks made them slippery and wet.
Those waves look pretty strong.
Yeah, but nothing to worry about, though.
All right. You ready with the oars?
Right.
Now shove us off, then.
Okay. The ship's still there?
Yeah.
Can you see anyone?
No.
Well, shouldn't take us too long to get out to it. Then we'll see if anyone's aboard.
Seems to be quieting down.
Yeah. Can you make out her name?
Let me see. It says Sea Mist.
That's the one they told us about.
Yes, I know. Hey, watch it. We're getting close.
Well, we're here. I'll beach these oars.
Think I should try hailing her?
Yeah, might as well.
All right. Hello, Sea Mist. There's no answer.
Yeah, maybe they didn't hear you. Look, we pulled up right alongside this rope ladder. We might as well board her.
Yeah, I suppose so.
You know, Loman's crazy with that story of his about this being a phantom ship.
It's the most solidly built ghost ship I've ever seen.
Say, you sure you tied our boat securely?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay. Up and over.
Yeah.
Want a hand, Don?
No, I can make it, Larry. Anybody on board? Wonder why. No one answers.
I don't know.
There has to be someone aboard the ship. She couldn't have sailed into this bay by herself.
Of course not. And she's in such good condition. They must have built her recently. Probably for a celebration of some kind.
Well, there's one thing, Larry.
What?
Why should I paint a ship exactly like this, even to the name? And I hadn't even seen her. And why should you write about one?
I don't know. Look, do you think we better take a look around?
I'm not sure it would be a good idea.
Well, we can't stand down here on
Yeah?
Look up at the sails.
They're all unfurled. They're catching the wind. Where are you going?
Take a look over the side. There's no wake.
What?
Don, the sails are full, but there's no wake. The ship's not moving. Now, how can a ship be under full sail?
Where? Over there. On the captain's deck.
A skeleton. Lashed to the wheel.
Larry, that wasn't there when we first boarded this ship.
It could have been. We might not have seen it.
Maybe, maybe not, but I think we better get off this thing.
That's not a bad idea.
But you will join us when we come for you.
Larry.
Yes, I heard it too.
There's something here with us.
But I can't see anything.
Nothing. Except that skeleton lashed to the wheel.
You will join us.
Let's get back to shore.
All right, let's go.
I hope our boat...
Don't worry, it's there. I can see it.
Maybe Lowen was right. Maybe this is a phantom ship.
We will come for you.
We're coming, Roland.
Well, we were worried about you. We thought maybe you wouldn't come back.
What happened out there?
Yeah. What happened?
We boarded her.
And? What happened?
Well,
Listen.
She's calling to you again.
let's go into the house.
Good idea. You shouldn't have gone out there.
We know that now.
Looks like it's going to blow up a storm.
Yes, clouding over very badly.
We'll go into the front room.
I'll have to be leaving soon, Simon.
I'll take you back home, Ma. Don't worry. I'm just interested in finding out what happened.
What did happen out there?
Well, like Don said, we boarded the ship.
What was its name?
The Sea Mist.
That's the one, all right.
And then what happened?
We looked over part of the main deck, but couldn't find anyone on board.
Did you go down inside?
No.
Good thing you didn't. You mightn't have come up.
We didn't see anyone by the wheel when we first boarded her, Oman. But suddenly, when we turned around, we saw a skeleton lashed to the wheel.
And then we heard a voice, a woman's, a whispering voice saying, "You will join us when we come for you."
Do you know what that means?
No.
I'll tell you then. Like I said, you shouldn't have gone out there. If you hadn't, nothing would have happened.
Well, nothing actually has happened yet. Just that we went out there, and while we were on board, we heard a voice.
That's just the beginning.
What do you mean?
What do you think she calls out for help for? She don't need help. She wants to get you out there, out to that ship. She's got her eyes set on one of you, or maybe both.
Why do you say that?
Because that's what I've heard. Now, mind you, I never saw it myself, and Maud hasn't either. But they say she's always looking for men for her crew, that she or the mate of the Sea Phantom will come to get you if ever you set foot on the ghost ship.
Loman, you can't mean what you're saying.
Oh, yes, I can. Like I said, I never saw it myself, but I've heard folks tell about it. And I've known men to disappear and never show up again. Remember what she said. You will join us when we come for you.
When we come for you.
All right, intermission time.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow. That is just, it's actually amazing. I'm really, really enjoying it.
Yeah.
I have, so many things.
It's
So,
it's a nice
amazing.
like the story building that the Hall of Fantasy does, I think is just wonderful.
It really gives you, it gives you a full idea of the place. It actually puts you down, sets you in that place so that you feel like you can picture the bay, you can picture, the house that they're in and just everything that they're doing in your imagination so well because they give you just enough description.
Yeah.
So like the way that they describe the location and the setting, how it's sort of beautiful and nice weather and not so nice on a stormy night, reminds me a lot of Washington Irving's description of Tarrytown and Sleepy Hollow in sort of the daylight hours and all that versus at night.
Yeah.
And that was sort of the first thing that came into my head. And then I love Mr. Loman's accent. Like going back to the accents, I love Mr. Loman's accent and his whole his whole thing, his whole character, the accent, everything reminds me an awful lot of Judd Crandall in Pet Sematary, famously played, of course, by Fred Gwynne, who, if anyone doesn't know who that is, same actor who played Herman Munster and Judge Chamberlain in My Cousin Vinny.
Yeah.
But it sort of reminds me of that kind of a character. He's there to be sort of the local who warns everyone, don't be doing this. Yeah. And seemingly knows nothing, but seemingly knows more than he's saying. Because he seems to know, like, what to expect next. Even though he's never seen it, he repeats that he's never seen it himself several times.
Yeah.
Just awesome.
I just like how nonchalant they are. That they boarded this ghost ship and they're like, oh, so what did you guys see?
I know,
like it was
and
no
that they're
big deal.
still here.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, if somebody warned you all that, and this woman, he was obviously brought in because she has the original story, Maud Green, Mrs. Green.
Yeah.
Like, why would you stick around? It's like, okay, these crazy tourists, they're going to do this thing. Or, you'd be a little bit concerned going, gosh, should we phone somebody? Or, but they come back and they're just like, so what'd you find out? What'd you see?
that nonchalantness makes me think that they're not behind it, but they are like, they're in cahoots with this ghost. That's
or
where
that they know enough that like they've seen it all before kind of thing.
Yeah. So
they're just the latest in a long line of crazy tourists brought
probably
to this area.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right.
One thing I really miss, the commercial break. Like, you can hear when they stopped and when they started, but I really wish we could find copies of these that included the old commercials, because how cool would that be to hear what they were advertising?
There are many of them.
The next time we're doing it with the commercial breaks.
I think Suspense actually still has some of the commercials in them. We'll definitely look for them.
Excellent. Sounds good.
All right, let's get to the conclusion of the
I'm excited.
Phantom. Here we go.
Back now to our story. An original tale of fantasy by Richard Thorne entitled The Sea Phantom.
Outside, the weather was getting worse. The sound of the waves washing up against the rocky shore became louder. The wind became stronger. Four of us were in the front room of the house Don and I had rented. Simon Loman had just said,
and I've known men to disappear and never show up again.
He's telling you the truth.
What should we do?
I wouldn't know what to suggest.
well, we can leave.
No, it won't do you no good. She'll catch you sooner or later. If I was you, I'd stay right here. She's going to take one of you, or maybe both.
You'd better take me home, Simon.
All right, Mom.
I'm pleased to have met you, both of you.
Same here, Mrs. Green.
Let's go, Simon.
Yeah. As soon as I take her home, I'll come back. Maybe I can help you some way. Now, be careful.
What are we going to do, Larry? Listen, Don, maybe he's only trying to scare us. To play a trick on the smart city slickers. We've only got his story to go on.
And the woman.
Well, maybe she was in on it.
Yeah, of course that's possible.
Look, someone could have been on that ship when we went out there. And they could have waited until we weren't looking, then gone out and lashed that thing to the wheel, and then they could have hidden and called out the words we heard.
But why should they go to so much trouble to do anything like that? It's sort of a practical joke. It doesn't sound reasonable.
I know, but it's possible.
Yes, it's possible.
And I think that's just what they have done.
There is going to be a storm tonight.
Yeah, bad one.
I still can't believe that they'd go to all that trouble.
Look, haven't we done the same thing on occasion?
But we didn't go to such...
Of course we did. Now, forget it. There's nothing to worry about. Nothing at all. I wouldn't be surprised if Loman didn't send someone else out here tonight to tell us that the woman was waiting for us.
It's starting to rain.
I wonder if Loman will be back tonight.
Well, he said he would.
I know. But I'm not so sure he will.
Listen.
Yes, I heard it.
This is a joke. Why don't they stop it?
Take it easy, Don.
How can I take it easy? I've had all of this I can take. There it is again.
Where are you going?
I'm going to take a look out the window.
You see anything?
Wait a minute.
What's the matter?
There's someone coming towards the door.
Well, it's probably Loman.
No, I don't think so. He couldn't have taken Mrs. Green down to her house and returned in so short a time.
Yeah, I didn't think of that.
Who is it, Larry? Who is that man coming towards the house?
I don't know. Unless they're carrying through that joke of theirs.
Well, you're right. I hope it is. Larry?
What?
His clothes.
What about them?
They're not modern. He's wearing clothing worn by sailors almost 100 years ago. He's at the door.
Okay, I'll let him in.
Yes?
I want to come in.
Why?
I've come for him.
For whom?
The man with the brush.
What are you talking about?
The crew was short one hand. That's why we put in here.
Look, I've had just about enough of this. This thing has gone too far. You go back and tell Loman to stop his little joke, or I'll stop it for him.
I came for the man with the brush. She said she wants him.
Get out of here.
But get out of here!
I want to get away from here, Larry.
I will leave tomorrow.
Tonight.
All right, we'll leave tonight. Come on, let's start packing.
No packing. We'll just leave. If we want anything here, we can come back when it's daylight.
All right, we can...
He's back.
I warned him.
Here, let me in, quick.
Loman, I want to talk to you.
Sure, what about it?
Look, this thing has gone far enough, this joke of yours.
Huh? What joke?
Trying to frighten us with that hullabaloo about a ghost ship and then sending him out here.
Who?
That sailor in the costume.
Listen to me. I didn't send anyone here.
Look how stupid you think we are.
I don't know, but I didn't send anyone here.
Then who was he?
I don't know any more than you do.
And that story you told us was true.
Every word of it.
I'm going to get out of here.
Don! He's running the wrong way. Going towards the edge of the cliff. We gotta stop him. Don! Come back!
I'm leaving now.
You're running the wrong way.
He can't hear us.
We gotta stop him.
Woman, there's someone else out there, too.
Woman! Look out! Look It won't do you no good to look anymore.
Yeah, but Loman, he fell over the cliff. He should be down here on the rocks.
You won't find his body down here.
You saw him fall, so did I. And she went over with him.
That's right. We saw them both go over. But we're not going to find them down here. If we could only see out onto the bay now, you'd know what I mean.
Why?
She needed a man for her crew. She has him now. And the ship's gone and won't be back again. Till she needs someone else.
Welcome to the sea.
So runs tonight's tale of the unusual, the terrifying, the unknown. Join us again when next we journey down the corridors of the Hall of Fantasy to hear another strange tale of the supernatural. All characters and events portrayed in these programs are fictional, and any similarity to actual events or persons, living or dead, is purely coincidental.
And we're back. That is the conclusion of The Sea Phantom.
I love it. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah, so
and
poor old Don.
I love, again, you're just like, why did they go on the ship? Why did they open the door? You're like, yeah, this man's coming toward the door. It's not Loman. He's in 100-year-old style clothes. Well, open the door.
Well, obviously,
like,
they thought it was some huge elaborate joke that the townsfolk were playing on the stupid tourist.
Yes, they thought they were too smart for the whole thing, and weren't believing any of it. So they let him in.
Yeah, they should open the door. Let this sailor in, and then of course the sailor, freaky enough, telling them they want the man with the brush.
Wow. Oh, that's such a good... I'm going to reuse that story.
Yeah.
Because the village in Ireland where my husband is from is entirely on sea cliffs.
Oh, boy.
So just the idea that like someone could get turned around and like run for the cliffs instead of running away is a great one to have in the bag for a night that the lights go out.
Yeah.
Which happens a lot because the weather there can be pretty blustery at certain times of year in the winter, mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But overall, that was a good story. I liked it.
Yes, I loved it. It reminded me a lot of the way that it unfolded and the way that it wrapped up reminded me an awful lot of some of the scary stories to tell in the dark and their sort of story arc in conclusion, which just goes to show like how that sort of way of unraveling a story, really short story, worked really well in different formats. So radio, written, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, it was amazing. I loved it. The only thing missing was the commercials. I would love to have heard the commercials as well.
Yeah. Yeah, the commercials are good. But I liked how they kind of like mixed in a lot of legends. Of course, obviously with the with the screaming woman that could be a what is it? Siren?
Siren, yeah.
The doomed vessel could be the Flying Dutchman could be the Sea Mist. There's a lot of those things that I'm pretty sure when Richard Thorne was writing these, he had a lot of that in mind as he was doing it.
To draw from. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'd like to say the only smart human being in this entire series is Mrs. Green, or in that entire show is Mrs. Green. She's like, yeah, I think you better take me home now.
Yeah.
She's like, I did the nosy neighbor thing, but now it's time to leave.
Yes.
Things have got serious.
Yeah. Well, that was the episode, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to this. And it was a different experience for me. And I really enjoyed it because I actually got to see someone else's facial reactions as this whole story was unfolding. And
I was like, when they were like, let him in, I was looking at the thing being like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, why would you do that?
Like I that gave me a really good sense. Like me and Megan were sitting in front of a radio, legs crossed like little kids, listening to this thing, and it was great. It was great to be able to experience this with somebody else instead of just sitting here alone by myself, listening to this thing and then reacting to it. Like it was a different experience for me, and I liked it. I did. It
definitely was. It was one of those things that thank goodness that we can mute our microphones because I'm like talking to the story. What are you doing? Why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Oh, he knows something.
Yeah.
But no, it was absolutely wonderful. I really enjoyed that, and I definitely would love to do more of those episodes if folks like them. Hopefully they do. Yeah, hopefully they enjoyed listening to it as much as we did.
Yes, we definitely will. And I think next time I'm going to want us to do a story that I think is really good that I've already done before, but I'm pretty sure you've never heard it before, and it is a really good story.
Good to me.
So we'll definitely do that. All right, guys.
There's so few opportunities where you get served this material now, unless you specifically go looking for it. So
yes.
I'm delighted that we're giving people the opportunity to hear these things without too much searching around.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us as we did this impromptu Lyle's Mystery Theater. And if you guys have any questions, comments, or want to suggest anything for a future show, or if you have a old-time radio show that you want us to, I guess, listen to, review, talk about, let us know. Send us an email, info at thehalloweenpodcast.com. Check us out on all of the socials, facebook.com/thehalloweenpodcast, instagram.com/thehalloweenpodcast. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the podcast, wherever you get your podcasts from.
And thank you to everyone who leaves us really nice reviews.
Yes.
We really, really appreciate them. And if you have a spooky story of your own that you would like to share and possibly have played for our reaction and everyone else's enjoyment on a future Halloween podcast episode, please call our haunt line. It is 731-400-0472.
Yes. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out again, and we will see you next time. You guys have a good night.
Have a good night, everyone.